This is Site 7 research. At first glance, something feels off, and every video title looks abnormal. To understand why, we need to start at the very beginning. The first upload is titled -325.35, 52.42. The video begins with a man standing in front of a house at midnight. He notices a sign above the entrance reading Fred's house. After looking inside, he follows a path that appears to have already been made by someone else. Eventually, a massive stone tower comes into view. Inside, it contains an almost endless hallway, stretching far beyond what feels normal. After briefly circling the area, he turns back, returns to the house, and the video ends. It's unclear what the purpose of showcasing this unknown world really is, especially with a Minecraft music playing in the background. The environment is dark, but there's nothing especially creepy, and because of that, we need to move on and examine the second video. The video opens with the man walking through the same location once again. However, almost immediately, something unusual happens. An unknown figure, possibly another player with a black skin or some kind of creature, suddenly runs out of frame at high speed. He continues forward, but this time a new path appears leading to a Latin board. As he approaches, the unknown entity appears again, this time hiding behind the board. The man seems to notice it, yet he chooses to ignore its presence entirely. On the Latin board, there's an anomaly log that reads, "Please write all the anomalies you witness." Below it, two anomalies are already listed. The first states that Fred's house sign was replaced. The second notes that a black figure was witnessed. At this point, it's unclear who the Latin board belongs to, but based on how it's presented, it appears to be the man's own record. More surprisingly, the third entry simply reads, "It's too late." After reading the logs, he returns to the house, but the sign has changed once again, now replaced with what looks like random code. Shortly after, the video ends. This leaves us with two major unanswered questions. First, who is Fred? And second, what or who is the black figure moving through his world? We cannot confirm whether Fred and the man we're watching are the same person. Once we gather more pieces, this will make more sense. For now, let's move on to the next video titled "Please Help." Before watching this video, we just had stumbled upon a random code both in the video's title and on those signs. I tried to figure out what the code really meant, but every decoding website only gave random, meaningless results, and that wasn't useful at all. The closest I found was something called TomTom code, but even that didn't provide any clear or significant clues. So now, it's safe to say that these codes don't have a clear meaning. Or maybe they do, just not one we understand yet. The video opens with a house engulfed in flames. It then follows the same path once again. However, this time the building is completely gone. In its place, there's a grave belonging to Fred. Suddenly, the words "Please help" fill the screen, and almost immediately after, a black figure appears and captures him. The fourth video, titled "I Can't Escape," begins inside a dark corridor. The man starts searching through the rooms one by one. In the first room, there's a fridge. The second room appears to be a bedroom. Inside the third room, he finds a cake with a candle and a message that reads, "Happy 31st birthday, Fred." By the sixth room, the space resembles a kitchen. The seventh room contains trees growing inside. When he reaches the 10th room, another hallway appears, this one even darker than before. In the 12th room, the environment looks distorted and unfamiliar. Eventually, he enters a room containing a note that reads, "Fred will be at 400, -65 at 3 p.m. Just as the video is about to end, Herobrine suddenly comes out from another room and the video cuts off. However, in the next video, the man appears to be falling into a place that feels almost dreamlike. Right after the man finishes falling, a console window appears, deleting subject 1 and creating subject 2. Subject 2 then begins in an entirely different world. He then breaks a tree and the video ends. Next, subject 2 wakes up in the middle of nowhere. Soon after, he realizes he is inside a maze and eventually finds a way out. The next video, he wakes up in the middle of a desert. Then there's a sign says Tommy's Barn. He looks around, but nothing seems extraordinary. While walking through the desert, he suddenly experiences a flashback, as if he was back in the same places we had already been. Another reset has been made. Now, it's subject 3 exploring the world. But right after the console window appears again, somehow subject 3 gets terminated without any reason. And on the log, subject 4 says something. You are a consciousness experiment. 3 subjects preceded you. All 3 were terminated. But right after, the guy who controls this console defines some rules and session gets terminated again. Next video starts with subject 5. Then it collects the wood again like its past subjects. Then the video ends. Unfortunately, this was the last upload from Sci7 Research. Since the channel stopped uploading 3 weeks ago, we don't know what happens next. However, based on the story so far, it seems like the subjects may be obeying someone, the one controlling the console interface, or perhaps something else. And with that being said, we've reached the end of this story. Thank you all so much for watching. This was a whole different type of video that I've wanted to try for a long time. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Live long, Minecrafters!